Spacetime. Everything travels through spacetime at the speed of light. Me, you, the cat, the earth, the sun, and any particles including photon. So what is spacetime? Spacetime is a single concept to recognize the union of space and time, first proposed by a mathematician Hermann Minkowski in 1908 as a way to reformulate Albert Einstein's special theory of relativity in 1905. Spacetime is a mathematical model presenting an information about the objects that visualize relativistic effect. Spacetime diagrams are commonly known as Minkowski diagram. It has two axes, a spatial axis which is in our x-coordinate and a temporal axis which is in our y-coordinate. Well, let's begin with an example. For example, we have Alex and Ben. Alex traveled through space-time and Ben is in his frame of reference. Ben is not accelerating. The movement in space-time shown in our coordinate system as a vector from the origin 0. So Ben is standing still in his frame of reference and he only travels along the y-axis, not using any parts of space, while Alex travels faster in both y-axis and x-axis. But they observed that the time for Alex slowed down compared to Ben's time. On this part, relativity explains and understands how motion looks from different perspectives. Remember that speed is equal to distance and time. The fastest we move through space, the smaller our time will be. This is called time dilation in relativity. The more you exert speed, the distance will expand and the object will contract, or what we call length contraction, and the time of the object will be dilated. That explains Lorentz invariance, that the law of physics are all the same no matter what or which direction you are facing or how fast you are moving in the frame of reference. And this time is called a proper time. This is the time measured by your own clock in the moving frame of reference. Remember that time dilation and length contraction are worked together to ensure that the speed of light remains the same for both Alex and Ben. So, what is light? What is the purpose of light in spacetime? It is known as a fundamental constant, the fastest object through space. Those particles of light only use the space component, and for them, the proper time is 0. This means that the photon doesn't experience time. That's why it explains Alex's time becomes slow because he traveled close to the speed of light. If there is 100% in the speed of light, Alex got 0.5% on it, or somehow, and they said that the time must go backward for an object who can travel faster than the speed of light. But so far, there is no object can travel same as the speed of light. It would take an infinite amount of energy for an object to achieve the speed of light. That's why human or other objects cannot travel back in time. We simply not been able to reach the greatest speed of light. Back to Minkowski's spacetime diagram. We will be using a better coordinate system using CT on the y-axis instead of just time. Since the unit would then be comparable, CT is the speed of light times time, so meter per second times second, which give us the unit of meter, just like the space coordinate. And also it makes light easier to show on our diagram, since the light rate is x, which is our space, is equal now in our city, which is the constant speed of light. For photon, the beginning and the end of the universe and everything in between happen at the same point in time. Now, we will put again Ben and Alex in their own frame of reference. As always, lazy Ben is stationary. He only travels at the maximum component in time and no component in space, while Alex is still accelerating. The moment through space-time that shown in Minkowski diagram is compiling of events, and we called it our world line. Let's take a moment and remember the important part of special relativity. Einstein said that the speed of light is constant. So I will emit a flash of light and travel the speed at 3 times 10 to the 8 meter per second, which is the distance will go in the 1 second. If we draw a straight line through this event, we have created the world line of light ray. If we look at the light ray, we can see that its world line is tilted at a 45-degree angle. Since the speed of light has a cosmic speed limit, the world line of any object will be tilted less than 45 degrees from the time axis. And if the world line is tilted more than 45 degrees, then it is moving faster than the speed of light. In total, we all move at the total speed of light through the space-time. With the space-time spread between space-time, we as a human or other object cannot go faster than the light through space. And if we neither can go faster nor slower than the light through space-time, it is a constant speed of everything in the fabric of space-time. In other words, according to Lewis Carroll Epstein, you can't go faster than the speed of light because you cannot go slower than the speed of light. You are always going through the speed of light in space-time. If you use your speed to go through space, then less the speed your time or less the speed through time.